Welcome back to the OpenAI Associate Developer course. Here we're going to take a deep dive into evaluating the numeric value of the Logprob property contained in the AI's response object. Understanding this value will help us grasp the likelihood of a specific token getting used in the AI's response. First, the Logprob represents the logarithmic probability of a token getting chosen as the next word or part of the sentence generated by the AI. It is expressed as a negative logarithm to indicate probability. The Logprob should be negative, since a negative log probability indicates a probability less than 1, but greater than 0. The more negative the value, the less likely the token will be used. However, positive values for a log probability indicates a probability greater than 1, which typically should not happen. Thus, in well-behaved systems, Logprob values should generally be negative. To better understand the Logprob value, we'll compare a couple of the Logprob values from our Dragon's story output. We will compare the Logprob values of both the kingdom and realm tokens and see why kingdom was chosen. To evaluate the AI's token selection, let's delve into the mathematics behind the Logprob values using a code example. In our code, we'll look to determine the probability the AI evaluated when deciding between these two words. Starting with the Logprob values for the kingdom and realm tokens. These values are negative 1.0973314 and negative 3.419055. Since these values may be a little difficult to interpret, we'll convert these numbers into a more intuitive percentage and chance format. Here we'll convert these logarithmic probability values into standard probabilities. In our code, we'll use the exponential function from the math library, Math.exp, and pass in our logarithmic probability variables. This function takes the exponent as the Logprob value and returns the natural logarithm probability. However, seeing these two values alone may not provide enough context for many of us. To ensure we have absolute clarity, we'll convert the natural logarithmic probability into a standard percentage value by multiplying the probabilities by 100. We now have an easily interpreted percentage from our Logprob values. And while this percentage value is extremely useful, we can take it a step further by calculating the actual probability of the token being selected. To do this, we take the inverse of the probability. This is done by simply dividing 1 by the probability returned from the Math.exp function, and here we have a value we can easily compare and interpret. And finally, we'll log our results to the console. Now compile and run your code. In our console output, we see that Kingdom had a 1 in 3 chance of being selected, while Realm had a 1 in 51.5 chance of getting selected. What we must always keep in mind is that the AI's decision-making process is complex and does its best to determine its decisions based on context to make its token selections, i.e., what makes the most sense in the context of the conversation. However, there are times when you will get unexpected results, and understanding the Logprob values can help you understand why the AI made the choices it did. In summary, the Logprob value gives us a logarithmic measure of probability, which can be converted into a more intuitive percentage and chance format using simple mathematical operations. This understanding helps us interpret the AI's decision-making process more effectively. Stay tuned as we continue to explore other properties and techniques to optimize your interactions with the OpenAI Chat Completion API.